Not y'all trying to politicize that lady's unaliving on that light rail in Charlotte, North Carolina, and trying to make it seem like, oh, this is some, you know, crime crisis that you all have the absolute need to bring in the National Guard when we already know that that is not the case, because you're going to smooth gloss past the fact that back in March y'all cut about $11 billion from what was it, mental health and addiction awareness. And the treatments of those things, and some other things that would have provided resources to families. Yeah, let's act like y'all didn't cut that, and now you want to talk about the unaliving of this young woman. And it's so interesting how you're trying to make it seem like the city was absolutely trying to brush it under the rug or not talk about it. When if you are in the QC area, you absolutely knew what happened. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody knew. But the fact that you all are playing those last moments time and time again, trying to traumatize and then normalize your next actions is wild fucking work. When I said, like, again, you cut $11 billion. Now, here's the thing. We had No Lip Levitt up there at that podium talking about, oh, the judge should have done better because, why was this man back on the streets? Yes, he should not have been back on the streets. However, let's not smooth gloss past the fact that the DA said that the reason he didn't get his psyche eval was because of no resources. Do you think the resources could have came from the $11 billion that y'all cut? Absolutely. Now, here's the other thing that goes on with this, because they were just like, oh, well, he had all these issues and he had this long rap sheet. He absolutely did. Now, we have our spineless ass GOP over here, and it's 10 of them. All their seats are up for grabs. Just remember that. Don't vote none of their asses back in. That are calling for Judge Teresa Stokes to step down because, of course, Brown Jr. was reintroduced into society. But again, without that psych evaluation, we see how this, could have happened. Now, are we pushing past, what he did? Absolutely not. But we are also acknowledging that there are other factors as to what, caused this situation to happen. But if they really cared about the victims and whatnot, one, it's awful funny how they're, riding so hard for, this Ukrainian woman when, they brought Zelensky over here and treated him like what, shit? Because he didn't have on a suit. And theirs were poorly fitting. Now, here's the thing. Please explain to me why 42-year-old Robert Rhodes was arrested for doing pretty much the exact same thing early August in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now it's so funny because what wasn't it y'all senator that was up there that was trying to call out Chicago and then got chin checked because they said Oklahoma's crime rate was higher? Hmm. Very interesting. The other part to Mr. Rhodes is the fact that he had a whole ass open warrant outside of, what was it, Missouri? Now, are y'all going to ask for those two judges to step down? Hmm. Because it's so interesting how he had a warrant cross state lines and did, a very similar crime, and we don't hear boo shit about that. But again, when, what was it, their senator was up there and he was talking cash money shit about Chicago, and they was just like, well, Oklahoma's crime rate is uptick when Chicago's was on its downward spiral, you know, decreasing. And he was like, I wasn't aware of those numbers. But, here's the thing. For our North Carolina GOP members that decided to go and sign that letter, to have Teresa Stokes step down, how about y'all sign some bills for some mental health awareness? How about y'all sign some bills for Forsyth County to get that money so that they can, hire them teachers back so them students can get what they need? How about y'all help sign some money for Union County to not be, serving them little poor ass lunches when, them babies can't make their lunch tabs? How about y'all do some damn work for once, instead of trying to sit here and bend over backwards or bend forward, however you want to do that. And if, just in case, y'all are not aware, I'm talking to Swain, Rouser, McDowell, Fox, Harrigan, Knott, Moore, Harris, and Murphy. Now, as y'all always know, I say, America's not a real place. And the fact of the matter is, you all did not take the Ukrainians seriously. And now you want to politicize her, unaliving, just like Laken Riley. Very interesting. But Rhodes' victim, although still Earthside, ain't get shit.
Like and subscribe to Mom's channel.